Talk to me about what you would recommend Black women do in terms of our posture and positioning. When you're right, I am showing up in a posture of building, providing, and protecting my own self. I'm showing up in masculine energy, as you would call it.
Yep.
I'm conceding your point. But tell me how you would guide me to not do so when, I'll be honest, I don't really feel like I can trust that if I don't do it, that there's going to be adequate, keyword there, adequate provision and protection if I don't do it.
So according to Ebony K, she shows up as the man in relationships. She takes on the man role because of whatever she's dealt with in her life. Now, Ebony K, if I'm not mistaken, she was not raised by her father, and I believe she didn't get to meet him until way later in life. Now, here's the thing. We've got to understand something here. Just because we've faced the results, the effects of this fallen world, like maybe you have had a horrible marriage, or maybe you keep coming across trash dudes, or maybe you didn't have your father in the home with you, that does not give you the excuse to go against how the Lord has designed things. You understand that? So even when we're going into relationships, we don't need to show up as the man just because you have taken care of yourself all your life. Listen, I've taken care of myself all my life too. Everything I have gotten myself, all right? Here's the thing, as far as, in my adult life, the things that I've worked for and all that type of business, I've done that myself, meaning that I'm in this, I'm the one person team here, all right? That's just what it is. But that doesn't mean that going into a relationship, I'm supposed to go into it as the man. What's going on? Why would I do that? We want men to be men. See, this is her problem. You see this? So that's her problem at the gate. And then she says something about how can she give herself over to trusting a man? Well, see, here's the thing. This goes back to the Lord's design of things. Now listen, the Lord is the one who created us. So guess what? Our ultimate trust needs to be in the Lord. So then when we're seeking out a companion, we've got to assess, what does that dude think about the Word of God? Because whatever he thinks about the Word of God, that's what he's going to think about God. And whatever he thinks about God, that's how he's going to handle me. You understand that? This is why we got to be sure that when we're seeking out a mate and all that business, if we're considering some options of somebody, we need to look and see, is this person truly a man of God? You understand that? Now, I'm not saying that anybody's perfect or anything like there's such thing as a perfect man, okay? There's no such thing as that. We're all sinners. But a redeemed sinner, I'm going to tell you something, is totally different from an unredeemed sinner. Oh, most definitely. Because here's the thing. A redeemed sinner, what we do, we aim to handle everything in accordance to the will of God and in honor of Him. Are we perfect? No. But when we do things, we have the Lord at the center. And then when we're erring and all that type of stuff, we're honest about it and we seek the face of God to help us. So my thing is this. Ebony K has everything messed up because she's not a believer. And it's unfortunate that she makes statements about the Lord as if she follows him, but she doesn't. Because anybody that goes against the Lord's design for any reason, even for the reason of what you've suffered in this world, is no good. We've got to reject that. I would encourage all of us to humble ourselves, surrender to the Lord's design in spite of what we suffer because of this fallen world. The Lord's design is for the man to lead. But I want you to understand that the head of every man is Christ. The head of a wife is her husband. 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. It's good for us to acknowledge the Lord in all that we do. So in all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make straight your paths. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 6. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to be alerted for future videos.